Yo, 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 what's good, YouTube? Okay, so check this out. I'm going to be hanging out on KeeperCast this upcoming Tuesday, April 25th at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Go to the YouTube channel Keeper Management to watch. Keeper Management to watch live and to catch last week's episode. Okay, so I'm a little bit drunk right now, so you'll have to work with me a little bit here, YouTube. But yeah, I'm gonna be on the podcast KeeperCast, and I'm trying to bring some awareness to it, so people who are into watching me on YouTube can tune in. I'm going to be hanging out on KeeperCast this upcoming Tuesday, April 25th at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, which is 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Go to the YouTube channel Keeper Management to watch live with me and all the other KeeperCast members, and to catch last week's episode as well. Yep. Oh, shit. My phone's about to die, so I got it plugged into the fucking charger, man. And, to further enhance the, viewers on my channel, we gotta do something more than just promote what I'm doing on a podcast. So I'm gonna do a dip of Grizzly straight cut right here. This was a mud jug that was sent to me by a fan. Right there, you see that? It says, "Keep America American, peace through superior firepower." And the day that me and Scott are reviewing these mud jugs that we got from a fan, someone drives by in the video and honks the Dukes of Hazzard horn, which is ironic because you see the mud jug right there. It's got the rebel flag, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, that was untimed in that video. And when it happened, it made Scott pretty happy because, here he is reviewing these mud jugs that me and him got sent to us from a fan. And then, untimed, that shit just happens. Also, I want to give a shout out to Creep Lord. Thank you for sending me some pipe tobacco and that gift card. Creep Lord sent me 4 bags of pipe tobacco from pipesandcigars.com. The first bag of pipe tobacco was cherry, the second one was peach, the third one was chocolate, the fourth one was black Cavendish, and the notes that came with it said, "Mix it yourself, Cobes," from Creep Lord. So thank you for that. The thing about pipe tobacco, though, YouTube, is that it could say cherry pipe tobacco on it, but no two cherry pipe tobaccos taste alike. So that gets to be the fun and experience of it. I got a good grip of that McKinland Avenue McCherry pipe tobacco. And 7 ounces of that cost me $20.09 through PayPal, which was pretty legit, For those of you who follow me on Facebook, I did have a 2-week trial for a job, but the second day there, my job coach showed up, and we were discussing things, and my job coach was getting feedback from the manager at the so-called 2-week tryout for a job, and my job coach was straight up like, "Okay, I don't think she's going to hire you at the end of the 2-week trial, so we can either continue this for 2 weeks, or we could make this your last day." And I explained to the manager at the location on which I was working at for the last 2 days or so that I'm slow to learn the job, but once I learn it, I'm steady paced and loyal to the company I work for. That is truth in all honesty. She's like, alright, we'll give you a chance. But then she gets pissed off when I can't learn the job in like 2 days. Like, that's unrealistic, even for somebody who doesn't have Asperger's. I do dip on occasion, but I'm more of a smoker. This here is Grizzly, straight cut. I've had Copenhagen wintergreen. That's really good. Copenhagen mint mixed with Copenhagen wintergreen is so damn delicious. Skull peach and skull cherry mixed together, fucking delicious. There might be a bunch of these fucking dip snobs who will look at you funny if you don't chew the right dip in their eyes, and it's stupid. And when you go to pack a can of dip, you want to take your middle finger and your thumb, you want to squeeze that son of a bitch like that, and you take your pointer finger, you want to relax your pointer finger. So when you go to pack that shit, like your pointer finger just, you know what I'm saying? It fucking packs that son of a bitch. Okay. And that can take a minute to get used to, you know what I'm saying? But it's not difficult to learn. And if you're practicing with a can of jerky chew, if you're underage, wink wink, you know, they can't say shit about that. But once you master it on a can of jerky chew, a can of real chew ain't gonna be nothing. But I had a homie who was like literally the last untouched dip in his can. He's like, "You want the rest of this?" I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take it on. If you don't want it, yeah, you know, it's tobacco, right? So, fucking get a fat chaw of this shit right here, yeah. That's a pretty decent pinch. Let's put a little bit more in there just to make sure we get a real nice buzz here. And people are like, you know what, chewing is disgusting. You know what, it is. But guess what? Humans do disgusting shit all the time. Humans fight over gas and oil using machines that run on gas and oil. So how the fuck is that not disgusting? Okay, Grizzly straight cut. I've never actually tried this. I've tried a lot of different chews over the years, but I've never actually tried Grizzly straight cut. Like legitly, there's the can. If the camera focus, there we go. Grizzly straight cut. Okay. As a tobacco connoisseur, I gotta say this isn't half bad for dip. This is actually kind of good. Warning: this product can cause. Wait, it says warning: this product is not a safe alternative to cigarettes. Well, no shit. And King Cobra don't fuck around. Look at the shines of that shit right there. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's a nice fat fucking chaw right there. Now I went over to hang out with a buddy of mine earlier, but my buddy Corey wasn't home, so I went over to hang out with my homeboy Scotty for a minute and had a couple drinks, and then I came back here to, you know, do a video talking about going to be on that podcast, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, I gotta have something to do for a video other than, oh, I'm going to be on this podcast, you know, so I figured I'll do a dip review. I don't dip very often, and this shit's pretty potent. Copenhagen's a lot stronger than this shit, obviously, but you know, the taste on it's not half bad. And you don't want to swallow your dip. You want to pinch it and stick it in your lip right there and back it down with your tongue. Just, like that. And then any spit that you get from sticking that dip in your lip just goes straight into this motherfucker. Oh, god damn it. Fucking photo booth. Sorry about that, photo booth being a pain in the ass. But as I was trying to say, dipping, there ain't no science to dipping. You fucking take a fat dip and fucking pack in your lip. And then when you pack in your lip, you use your tongue to push it down, and so it stays in place right there. And any spit that you get from having that dip sitting there goes straight into your fucking spittoon. Easy enough. Well, if you ain't got a fucking spittoon, a fucking Coke can, whatever the fuck you got laying around, you know. But this was a spittoon that was given to me by a fan, and I still have it to this day. And, you can hear that chew spit sloshing around in there. It's kind of grody, brody, but, you know. Like I said, humans are disgusting creatures by nature. Fucking, they fart, they poop, they piss, they pee. They fight over gas and oil using machines that run on gas and oil. Oh wait, I already said that. They'll pick on somebody for being autistic on YouTube. I think it's funny when somebody openly brags about getting somebody else fired from their job, and then gets pissed off when people try to get them fired from his job and everything, and troll and talk shit on him, and he calls it blatant bullying, but then has no problems doing it to somebody else. It's like, dude, you're fucking stupid. You know, a fat fuck from Kentucky got me fired from Wendy's, him and a bunch of other nasty trolls. And, you know, nothing you can do about it. That's life. People go to great extents to try to ruin someone else's life because they're bored. Because they ain't got nothing better to do. You know, and I find that when these trolls knock me down a peg, I get back up and I'm like, nah, this ain't gonna fucking stop me. Who the fuck are you? Hey yo, boo boo, check out this grizzly chew near ye. But Yogi, the ranger said chewing was bad for you. Oh, screw the ranger, boo boo. I'm having a nicotine fix. I can't get a picnic basket. The fuck is this? That YouTube is my Yogi Bear impersonation. And I figured if I'm doing a fat fucking dip of Grizzly straight, you might as well fucking do a Yogi Bear impersonation, because it's Yogi Bear impersonation while dipping Grizzly. It's the pun is right there for the taking. Ripe, fresh. Even if you don't use tobacco, you're one of those people that's obsessed with exercising. Well, exercising is good for your health, yes, but the thing of it is, too much exercise can kill you. So even something that's healthy for you can kill you. That's the thing of it. That's what makes life so goddamn funny. I have a high-ass fucking metabolism, so, you know, I don't really gain weight. If anything, I gain muscle mass, and most of it's in my arms, obviously. And, you know, the 2-week trial turned into a 2-day trial. It was kind of disappointing, but at the same time, I'm not going to let it discourage me from the job hunt. If anything, it's motivation. Like, why waste 2 weeks in a job that they're not going to hire me for at the end of that 2 weeks? You know, this time I could be spending working somewhere that's more suited to my conditions. And the trouble with having Asperger's syndrome is I don't just struggle socially, but adjusting to a new setting can be difficult too. So if I'm adjusting to a new setting, you know, that can be difficult, you know. And learning a new job is difficult for anybody. No one expects you to fucking learn the job in the first 2 days. That's bullshit. And I'm not going to work for a manager that's hard to please. That's just not going to do me any good. Especially when I made a solid effort to stay busy. Didn't lose my temper once. Even when there wasn't jack shit to do. Finding something to stay busy, you know. Trying to impress somebody that's hard to impress. That's just, no, man. Holy motherfucking nicotine buzz. Yeah, look at that. This king cobra turned into a spitting cobra. Oh, that was a tobacco chewing pun. That was gross. I'm also fighting off a very mild cold. The mild cold that I had, I basically had a stuffy nose and a mild cough, and that was it. And that didn't last very long. I'm pretty much down to just coughing out a bunch of mucus for a couple days. It could be worse. I'm just grateful that my sinuses and my immune system are a lot stronger than they appear. They also have powdered snuff, which is fucking awesome. You get this powdered tobacco in a little circular tin, and when you turn it, you open the lid up, you pour a little bump out on your fucking thumb, and you know what I'm saying, you snort that tobacco, and it gives you a nice nicotine buzz. Powdered tobacco, also known as snuff, which is snortable tobacco. Yeah, I've had snuff before, it's good. This right here, this isn't snuff. This is chew. This is moist snuff. Actually, yeah, I would consider this moist snuff. When someone says chewing tobacco, I think of delicious brands like Red Man, Southern Pride, Levi Garrett, you know what I'm saying, Beech Nut. You know, tobacco that's in a leaf that's shredded that you have to literally chew on and wad into your lip. This, you ain't gotta fucking chew on it. You just gotta stick that shit in your lip and dip, you know what I'm saying? So in case you were confused about the differences, because, you know, some people would call this chewing tobacco, but the thing of it is, you really ain't gotta chew it to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to rap or rhyme, I'm just saying. And, yeah, chewing, or this stuff is gross, you know, but you know what? Farting is gross, but people do it anyways. You know, people want to say that chewing tobacco is disgusting, but people lick buttholes. That's more disgusting than chewing, if you ask me. And if we live in a country where you're allowed to lick buttholes, then you cannot honestly say that chewing tobacco is more disgusting than licking buttholes. Although, at the same time, if you were having sex with this beautiful ass woman and her ass was clean and smelled real pretty and she said, lick my asshole, would you do it? That's something to think about. If we're some fine ass bitch and she kept her shit clean, like squeaky clean, like her asshole and her ass crack was squeaky clean, didn't stink like shit, fucking cleaner than a white sheet of paper, you know what I'm saying? And she said, would you lick my asshole? Would you do it? Well, you gotta think, if it's a fine ass chicken, you know, sure, why the fuck not? Because if she keeping her shit clean, and you're guaranteed not to taste shit when you lick her asshole, why the fuck not? Yeah. If you're fucking eating a chick's pussy out and her legs start twitching, you're doing something right. I can tell you that much right now. I have a techniques and they work. They work wonderfully. So when you got these women judging you, you know, it ain't skin off my shoes, man. In a previous video, I talked about how you shouldn't talk to chicks out of your social league. You don't talk to them, they talk to you. Quite often, if you want chicks to notice you, when you got chicks checking you out, pretend like you don't notice, and I guarantee you'll have more chicks checking you out. As counterproductive as that sounds, if you got chicks checking you out, or you pretend like you don't notice, I guarantee you'll have more chicks checking you out. And when you have an attractive female who's used to guys giving her attention, you ain't gonna be shit to her. She's gonna have 20 guys trying to buy her drinks, and then if you're the one guy that catches her attention at the end of the fucking night, these guys basically bought her drinks to get her drunk, so she's checking you out. If you're that one guy at the end of the fucking night, you're golden, dude. Okay? And the best way to do that is to pretend like you don't care. Just seriously pretend like you don't care. I guarantee you that these high class, social types will be like, okay, they got 10 guys checking them out, trying to buy them drinks, but there's that one guy in the corner who's ignoring her. And when she's the kind of girl that craves attention, that's going to make her notice you a lot quicker. That's how you're 4 steps ahead of these people, YouTube. You know the old expression, all is fair in love and war. Well, with some women, you have to bullshit with their mind games, and it's like, you think if you like somebody, it'd be much easier just to casually go up and be like, hey, what's good, But fucking no, people who play mind games, it's stupid. And you got someone thinking that you hate them, or they hate you, or whatever, when secretly you find them attractive. And if you secretly find somebody attractive, wouldn't it make much more sense to get that person to like you than like pull some mind games bullshit, But it's like I said in my dating rants video, when women take advantage of men for all their money and for all their worth, it makes men distrust women. And when guys treat women like shit, it makes women distrust men. And it kind of just ruins the dating game for everybody. And it doesn't matter what your sexual preference is, because that kind of shit just straight up ruins the dating game for everybody. And, if some people can't handle what I do, as a heterosexual goth, I can wear goth makeup comfortably, As a heterosexual goth, I can wear my goth makeup comfortably and being very comfortable and confident in my sexual preference and who I am as a person. And it makes people mad that I'm so able to be myself and not give 2 fucks what somebody thinks about me. And it's like, if you're pissed off because I'm not afraid to be myself, then here's a magical thought. Why don't you try discovering who you are as a person and leave me the fuck alone? If you can't discover who you are as a person, or if you're not confident enough to be the person that you are, if you're not confident to be your true self, that's not my fucking problem, okay? If I'm confident enough to be myself, that's just who I am as a person. If you're not confident enough to be yourself, that's not my fucking problem. That's your problem. And hating on me and what I do on YouTube is not going to fucking change it. If anything, hating on me is only going to make me more famous on YouTube. Case in point, 5,500 subscribers. What's good? Copenhagen Black. It's a whiskey flavored chew. That's good chew. I don't think they make it anymore. But Copenhagen Wintergreen mixed with Copenhagen Mint. You buy 2 cans of dip, Copenhagen Mint, Copenhagen Wintergreen, and you take half out of each can and put it in the opposite can. And you got 2 cans of mixed dip, and you fucking pack that shit and mix it up real good. Oh, it's good. It's good dip. And occasionally I'll crave dip, but I'm more of a smoker. But for the aspect of reviewing a product for YouTube's sake, people are going to watch this shit. Yeah. spitting some knowledge with you, ma'am. I see a lot of younger generations, as soon as they get out of high school, they're quick to get married to their high school sweetheart, which they think it'll work out, but then sometimes when they actually live with the person for a couple of months, they find out that they're not a suitable companion. So if you rush into a relationship and it breaks off quickly, that's on you, man. You gotta play the dating game a lot more smoothly. If you rush off into the first dickhead that hands you a rose, or the first bitch that says she loves you, or then that fucking girl takes you for all your money, and that fucking dickhead treats you like shit, fucking treats you like eye candy, that's not my fault. That's your fault for picking lousy dating partners. There are so many nice girls out there that get treated like shit by asshole loser boyfriends, and it just irritates the piss out of me, because I'm a better pick than most of these assholes out there. But because I'm a little bit different, because I'm a little bit fucking weird, most girls won't give me the fucking time of day. And it's like, you know what? That's on you. You want to have fun dating asshole men and not choosing someone like me because I'm different. That's cool, That's no skin off my shoes. There's a girl out there who will appreciate me. In the meantime, okay, I'm here on YouTube getting more famous and shredding mean-ass guitar and, the sexy-ass vocal skills and the bomb-ass cooking videos and the drink combinations. And you're over here like, oh, this person's weird. I can't be with them. That's your loss, I got a legion of fangirls around the world that watch my videos religiously who would probably shit themselves if I showed up at their front door. They would probably scream, like, oh my god, it's Kate Cobra, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's really your fucking loss. You can focus on girls that are creeped out by you, or you can focus on girls that find you attractive. And that's really not difficult at all. You focus on the girls that find you attractive, and out of the girls that find you attractive, the one that attracts you the most, and you make it happen, Captain. It's not rocket science. But there's no sense in rushing a good thing. So even if it takes a while to find the right girl, there's no sense in rushing a good thing. When it happens, it happens. And sometimes it can happen when you least expect it. Life is funny like that. I talk a lot of mad shit, but sometimes I'll eat my own goddamn words. When I was in junior high and high school, I thought I'd never find a girlfriend. And by the time I'm 26 years old, I've already had sex with 6 different women. So there you go. That's a perfect example right there. And my excuse to that is chicks dig bad boys who play guitar. Shit, the last girl I had sex with said I was really good at eating pussy, so there you go. When your first girlfriend says you didn't do shit for her, but you convinced her to complete Job Corps, so when she got a job in her field of training, she could immediately graduate. When she graduated Job Corps, she could immediately get that job because she has the training for it. Yeah. My ex-girlfriend Stephanie said I didn't do shit for her. Yet before Stephanie met me, she'd never had sex. And when a girl's first impression of sex is she really, really, really likes it. And on top of that, when I got kicked out of Job Corps, Stephanie was so heartbroken. And she wanted to drop out of Job Corps so she could be with me. And I'm like, Stephanie, babe, okay, I fucked up. Okay, complete the program for me. Because if you complete the program, you have the chance to make something of yourself. You'll get a better paying job than I'll get. And she completed the program for me, and things just didn't work out because I made some boneheaded mistakes, But at least if Stephanie found a job in computer technology training, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, she could get it because she has the training for it. And if I was such a lousy ass boyfriend, I would have been like, okay, yeah, babe, I want to be with you so badly. Yeah, just drop out of Job Corps. Fuck that shit, Because even though we're broken up right now, I guarantee you if she found a job and the training she received from Job Corps would come in useful for that job, she could get that job no problem. And on top of that, her first impression of sex after fucking me, her first fuck, is she really, really likes it. Okay, it's a wonder I don't have confidence in myself. yeah, anybody who's followed me over the years has seen this mud jug on Scotty's channel when we reviewed it in that video. You should recognize it. That's a little full. I'm gonna dump this out into the trash can real quick. I'll be right back. And there are a couple ways you can clean out a mud jug. You can pop the main lid off of it, rinse it out in the sink, and dump it out in the trash. Or you can give it a couple of quick shakes and dump that spit out, you know what I'm saying? But cleaning out a mud jug is not pleasant, but if you dip on occasion, or if you are a dipper, a mud jug is definitely something you're going to want to get. It's a bit more professional than just being like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to grab a pop can, you know. If all you want to use is a pop can, that works too. You know, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just saying mud jugs can be handy to have sometimes. And that son bitch was getting full. Oh. Hold on a second. I'm going to pack the rest of this can into my fucking lip right there. You see that shit? You see that shit? Yeah. Get your fucking nicotine on. Hashtag nicotine fix. Hashtag nicotine fix. That fucking dip I had in my mouth was almost gone anyways. I'll clean the last of that out. There we go. There you go. That can's fucking empty. Holy fuck, I guarantee you this is gonna give me a massive fucking nicotine buzz. Holy shit. But just thought I'd let y'all know what's going on with my YouTube career. People are asking me to be on their podcast and shit. You know, that's a sign that I'm definitely going places, man. Look at that fat chaw. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gnarly. Let's see if I can bust a rap while chewing some tobacco. Because then I'd be spitting rhymes while I'd be spitting dip. Motherfuckers wanna talk shit. I'll give you a fat lip while I'm doing a fucking dip. Trip and slip on this lyrical genius skill, for real. Sitting here, scar and chill. Cause you know my lyrics are the most ill when I bust this mad rap. And I bust a cap in these haters' faces. Motherfuckers learning their places and motherfucking disgraces. Fucking drinking the alcohol and chases it with some soda. Yo, bro, what you got? You got nothing on me when I'm busting this rap so easy. Like the Wyoming wind so breezy. You say white boys can't rap. That's a load of cheesy bullshit. Cause you know my lyrical skill is legit when I spit. Yo. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, dipping is disgusting, but then again, so is everything else we do. Humans are disgusting creatures by nature. Doggies. 2 fucking fat dips of that shit on fucking YouTube, man. That's gonna get me nicotine stupid for a minute. Dipping and smoking, 2 completely different experiences in tobacco consumption. There are times when chewing is a little bit more potent than smoking a cigarette. Just because nicotine's more concentrated. If I wasn't used to dipping, this shit would kick my ass, but I'm like, okay, I got rid of a palate developed here, so this isn't too bad. Well, anyhow, this here is King Cobra JFS with another video. Thank y'all for watching. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. Here's a close-up of that there mud jug. Yeah. Peace through superior firepower. Peace through superior firepower.